Coming up on this episode of The Village Idiom.
What happens then if Spider-Man... So he got bit by a cool blue and red radioactive spider.
What if he got bit by the Recluse?
What if he gets bit by the Recluse
never comes
spider?
out?
The Chilean Recluse. His superpower is now enjoying spicy things as a shut-in.
Village Idiom.
Hello and welcome to The Village Idiom.
We are a podcast that every week chooses a popular saying to take a shallow but hopefully comedic and once in a while even interesting dive into its meaning, its usage, its origins, but also we're going to use it to hang our otherwise directionless conversation on. My name is Jurassic Mark.
And I am 20 pounds heavier on camera.
I thought that
Skinny. What?
I thought that was an off-camera conversation.
Well, the discussion goes that if the camera adds 10 pounds...
Well, we were talking about our social distancing.
That it didn't divide it evenly. Because it
camera-
added all 10 pounds to me.
And my 10 pounds went to...
It reminds me of Tom Hanks in Philadelphia is what you remind me of. Wow. Well, I don't even know exactly what that means.
But if both of us lost the 10 pounds each that the camera added, we'd be further apart and complying with social distancing is all I'm saying.
Well, but through the fisheye lens, because it adds 10 pounds, but it also adds a meter.
It adds 10 pounds only to my left and your right side. Like we've only added poundage towards each other.
But the distance, it's even. Because it's added at least a meter in either direction, which equals 2 meters.
Right. So, like, if I think of the amount of space to my right before I reach you, is
the
the
exact
globe.
same space to my left.
Yeah.
Before I reach you.
Right. So that's more than 2 meters.
That's like a bajillion meters.
Yeah.
Maybe more.
In that direction. It probably is more than the bajillion.
Oh, well. Well, last time I did this whole measuring thing, it didn't go well for me. So I'm just not going to do it anymore. 'Cause you know why.
Why?
Just because, like, after it happened to me, I mismeasured once, and now I'm leery of doing it again.
Oh, I hope you enjoy this then.
I do.
I don't. I'm going to quit. I'm going to quit.
What do you have? Do you have an audio clip?
I remember that.
Yes. Who is that? That sounds like Def Leppard-y.
That is the trivia question of the day. Who is that? One hit wonder.
Okay. It has a little bit of the Def Leppard-ness to it. But
let's put it this way. The name of that band makes me wonder if they're Canadian.
Is it like the Maple Syrup guys?
Wow. I did not think you would get that.
Okay.
The
Beaver Pelts?
Classic 89, the classic 1980s heavy metal band called the Maple Syrup Guys. No, they're called Great White.
Oh, okay.
So they're
That's fair enough. That probably is Canadian.
They're either Canadian or from the clan.
Or Russian. It's the Grand Wizard. Oh, well.
Yeah.
Maybe they're Russian. Because they also have a Great White.
I don't know. I think that's the actual tempo they chose.
That's a terrible line. So anyway, well, welcome to the Village Idiom. It's so glad to have all our village-intimate children out.
So that was Once Bitten, Twice Shy by the Great White. Today's idiom is Once Bitten, Twice Shy.
Meaning that once you've done something once, that if it's been a bad experience, you're leery of doing it a second time.
Correct. I jotted down 2 descriptions for this because the first one is how I feel it. So, said when you were frightened to do something again because you had an unfriendly experience doing it for the first time. Makes sense. That's what you just said. But this one was the first one I came up with, and I'm like, I don't know.
It's like after something's happened the first time that you're concerned about doing it again for another time. Oh, that's what you just said.
Right. This was the other description that I'm like, just didn't do it justice to me. An injury makes a person wary of its cause.
Okay. Fantastic story on Once Bitten, Twice Shy. You and I, some of our, not earlier adventures, but mid-range adventures were in geocaching.
Yeah.
Where we would do these insane things. And along the way, we met this guy, Ted
Kaczynski.
Yeah, he was out in the woods. No, the geocache name was called Anthrax. No.
Right. Was it?
No.
Oh, well, if I could think about his name.
So our mutual friend Ted, he's a renowned local geocaching legend. And he has like these crazy, like someone stabbed him with a barbecue.
Like a vampire.
Yeah, like a vampire got him right on his arm. And so it was during his geocaching adventures, he was in like the Soyuz. It's kind of a desert area in British Columbia, which has rattlesnakes.
Right.
And he knew about this going in, and he was just like, but he's really hardcore, meaning so that if you go into an area, you get every last one, no matter what it takes. You don't leave
no matter what monsters lurk in the dark.
Right. So there was, of course, this little cavernous area to which he's like, oh, it must be in there. Reaches his arm in. He can hear it. He thinks he hears something doing the rattle. that sort of thing. In goes the arm to get the geocache. Feels it biting on him both sides. This thing is clamped onto his arm. Flings his arm out, and he sees like a rattlesnake doing a boomerang across through the sky as he flung his arm out, and it let go.
Boomafang.
And so he had to go in for treatment or whatever into the hospital. But it didn't venom him. It just bit him.
Right. Yeah. This is all ringing bells.
And so,
now.
but anyways, whatever, like scunge. I don't know if they brush. And so the fangs, just left some
rattlesnake plaque.
Yeah, little plaquey buildup there. It's the worst breath on those things.
Gingiviper.
Well,
yeah. Funny enough, I had.
So that's a once bitten, twice shy. So he's leery of putting his arm into random holes.
See, but that's extreme. So I actually had written down here a rattlesnake story of my own that previous episodes I had said, I'll tell you my story sometime. So I'll make a long story short because I didn't get bitten. But when it comes to a rattlesnake, I don't think you need to be bit at all to be twice shy. Like, I'm not going near a rattlesnake.
Right. Just as a general rule. It's a good rule.
So I was playing paintball in the middle of the desert in Phoenix, Arizona. And long story short, the neutral land was this plateau, and you looked down, almost like it wasn't a cliff because you could walk down it, kind of slide down it to get back onto the field, but very, very steep incline. You could look down and watch the game being played once you were out. You could literally see, Army A coming towards Army B and going through. And it was phenomenal field. Still to this day, of all the paintball I've played, best field I've ever played on. Because there's old dried out crevices and river creeks that, like, no water. You're just running through trenches and hiding behind things. And anyway, it was also my first time playing paintball ever. So we get the whole rundown of how to play. And this is what you do. And then
this is the shorter version?
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Trust me. And then the last thing he says is, so if you see any pigs, lizards, or snakes, don't shoot them. Call for one of the referees.
Pigs?
And me and my 3 Canadian friends, we have nothing here to be afraid of in the woods. I mean, a bear, I guess. But there's no venomous anything here. Yeah. And so we're like, what? And they're like, don't worry. We have to make that because of where we live. We've never had a rattlesnake. We saw lizards all over the place when we were out there. So we go back to go onto the field, and we're sliding down this steep incline, and my hopper opens up. The paintballs all fall out. I'm trying to catch them. I get them back of the gun. I take a step back. So steep that when I take the next step, I hear the sound, turn my head, and I'm face to face with, right out of a movie, coiled up, head pulled back. The rattle of a rattlesnake is deafening.
That would just terrify me.
Yeah, and so
like,
all the rules.
I'm out.
The ref actually said if you come across a rattlesnake, and it actually starts to rattle.
He's more afraid of you than you are of him.
He said, have you seen Jurassic Park? Don't move. Like, they will strike at the movement they see.
Serpentine.
So I yelled, don't move, because my buddy is right beside me. Don't move. And I ran. Like, total instinct. And I got in so much trouble after. They're like, that incline, if it had struck, you would have got it to the back of the head, and it probably would have been fatal because of how lower I was compared to it. Long story short, again, nobody got bit. My friend was pinned down by this rattlesnake, trying, like, not moving like a statue.
Crazy.
And then God bless America, came out with a actual revolver and
a flamethrower.
Put the snake down. But yeah, I'm twice shy without being bit of the desert and tumbleweeds. And
we talk about things in current situations in our forests. Like, it's not as big of a deal, but there's pockets of ticks where places go through.
I got a pocket full of ticks right now.
Nice. That's a YouTube joke.
You have to watch the YouTube for that one.
That's a little arm jerky joke. So what they're talking about, people in these like double whammy scenarios. What if we take all of our COVID patients, put them in tick-infested forests, and then, because apparently if you put lime in Corona, it makes everything better.
Put lime in the Corona?
Yeah.
Shake it all up?
Yeah. Are you following it now?
You put the lime in Corona and you shake it
all up. Put a lime
in
in the Corona.
I got it.
Makes everything better. That's a Lyme disease joke.
And a song joke.
and a Corona. Lime in the Corona. I'd say
COVID.
I have to explain it.
You didn't. I was with you. I was singing it. You put the lime in Corona and you shake it all up. Who sings that?
I don't know.
Probably Great White. Have you been bit by anything?
Bees. They'll sting. I don't know if they have mouths. They must. They eat
Not a dog or a cat or
I don't know, a cat,
parrot.
of course. Cats. But that's an acceptable bite.
I got stitches in this eyebrow from a dog.
Nice.
But it was kind of
left
accidental.
eyebrow.
Why?
I got my left eyebrow. My sister hit me with a rake.
Wow.
Yeah, it's totally violent.
Was it on purpose?
I don't know. She's crazy. She listens to this. She's not crazy. I love her. So I was thinking about deadly things. Top 5 deadliest spiders.
All right.
Okay. You got
Spider's bite.
Brazilian wandering spider. Have you heard of this such a thing?
No.
Okay. Apparently it's the top. It's up. I'm like, where's tarantula and this sort of thing? 2, the Sydney funnel
So
web.
this is the most venomous, or what is this?
The deadliest. So that
So it must be.
packs the most punch per bite or whatever.
Packs the most death.
The Sydney. So this is an Australian one. Of course, the Brazilian makes sense. You're like some weird jungle spider jumping out and get that freak. That's creepy.
Those spiders you just need to whack.
Sydney.
Brazilian whack.
Nice. I heard those Brazilian spiders. They have no hair. Yeah, it's crazy.
Makes sense.
The Sydney funnel web spider. So there's some Australian. The Sydney funnel web spider.
Huh. Does it?
Second most.
So it
deadly.
obviously makes some sort of trap funnel-like thing.
I don't know. Like how dumb are things that they're just falling down a web of.
What's this funnel made of web?
I should probably step in it. So there's that. And then the Chilean recluse spider.
They seem like more of an introvert.
Well, yeah. What happens then if Spider-Man... So he got bit by a cool blue and red radioactive spider.
What if he got bit by the recluse?
What if he gets
spider?
bit by the
It just
recluse
never comes
spider?
out?
The Chilean recluse. His superpower is now enjoying spicy things as a shut-in. So suddenly Spider-Man is not as cool, depending on what spider bites you.
Nice.
He's a Chilean recluse.
So those are the deadliest? Top 3?
Well, yeah, and then number 4, the Black Widow.
Oh, yeah. We have those. Do
We have them
those?
here. Yes,
Yeah.
we have Black Widows here. And 5, the six-eyed sand spider.
Number 5 is 6?
Yep. 6 eyes.
6 eyes.
Six-eyed.
Like optics.
No, a 6 has like 6 eyes in it. Like
So the word...
X. Yeah, 6 eyes.
Because when you see it, you're like, ay. Where is it from?
That's the Chilean one.
Where is that one from? They all had locations.
Well, not this guy. He's just got 6 eyes. He's a sand spider, so he's in sandy places.
Okay.
He's in the desert somewhere. Yeah.
Great.
So that's
So don't get bit by those 5.
spiders. Between snakes or spiders, which one do you find creepier in terms of the?
Probably... See, there's creepy and then there's fear. Creepy spiders. Snakes. I can handle snakes.
So recently,
like non-poisonous snakes I can handle, but non-poisonous spiders, I don't want them.
in the park that's closest to us, they found that 4 meter, 4 foot. I don't know. It's a big difference, obviously. That ball python.
Someone let their pet go?
Someone let their pet go into our nearby forest, and
Wow.
they pulled a python out of Tyne Head.
Wow.
Yeah, so that's kind of crazy.
That is crazy.
Things that move weird, all of them. I'm afraid of.
Crabs?
Well, definitely. At least they're slow. But you've seen apparently like some snakes can like move as fast as a person.
Really?
Yeah.
Like you can't outrun a snake?
No, short distances. They're terrible long distances, but
So if you could just get a bit of a head start, you might be okay.
you might be okay. Yeah,
Funny.
we should get our research person on that.
Oh, okay. You want to get into it? Let's see if this is going to work.
Let's do it. Where's it come from?
See, here's the thing.
I said some words. Where'd
I
they
figured
go?
it out.
Where'd they go? No one can know. I turned around and looked behind. Those words came from another mind. Origin.
Research person, find us the land speed of a black mamba.
Our producer in the other booth there.
So
The land speed of the black mamba. So this is I just figured it out. I figured it out with the first great white clip, and I was able to kind of catch it. And this one too, I skipped back. If I let the computer rest a little bit, when I go to do an audio clip, it takes 2 or 3 seconds before it kicks in. So I don't know what's wrong with it, but there's a delay.
that's okay.
Yeah.
Just click it before you say it then.
No, I mean, it's playing, but it's silent for the first 3 seconds.
Silent for the first 3 seconds. So
All right,
the black
what'd you
mamba,
find out?
So 12.5 miles an hour. 12.5 miles an hour.
12.5 miles an hour.
The black mamba. Now, what's the speed of a person running? That would probably be the next thing.
Depends on the person.
Does
Average.
depend on the person.
Well, I'm sure it depends on the black mamba as well.
That's funny. The black mamba goes this fast. Not all black mambas. There's the recluse black mamba.
Exactly.
Running slightly. Nobody can run 12 miles in an hour, but neither can the black mamba because that's long distance.
Right. They don't do
So
long
for-
distance. They're sprinters.
So really, it should be a completely different ratio altogether. It could be
It's
6
like doing-
meters in 10 seconds.
It's like doing the 100-meter against Usain Bolt.
Right.
Right. That's
So do you
different
think
than
in the
doing-
animal world, like we know the cheetah is the fastest animal, but what if that was just a good day for cheetahs when they tested that? Like that just happened to be the
Downhill
fastest cheetah
in a wind.
Ever since then.
The rest of them are slow.
Yeah. What if that was just a good... Okay, hold it up to the glass. We can see it through the studio. How fast does a average human... Is it male, female? Doesn't matter.
Usain Bolt, his average is 23.35 miles per hour.
Wow.
So that's
So
half as fast as the fastest man alive.
did you check the fastest white guy alive?
Inappropriate.
It's going to be slower.
She won't look it up.
It's going to be slower.
She's right to not look that up.
Definitely going to be slower.
There's no white mamba is all I'm saying.
It's terrible. But they would be slower, for sure. That's okay.
Okay, so let's get into the origins here now that I'm in trouble from that. The exact origin, might as well be the subtitle of the Village Idiom. The exact origin of the phrase isn't known. But it is, they say, easy to surmise that it is related to the bite of a dog. Most likely comes from the experience of having dogs. If you get bit once, you're going to approach that dog the next time a little more cautiously. Mm-hmm. It is commonly believed that the first use of the phrase can be found in a translation of Aesop's fables. And how dumb am I that we lost our logo? How dumb am I that I had to look up, well, if it was found in the translation of Aesop's fable, what language was Aesop first written in?
I don't know. Was it Greek?
Yeah, of course. Like, I felt dumb looking it up because his name looks Greek, Aesop. So it was translated by William Caxton in 1484. But here's, I don't know, this is a stretch, but tons of etymologists go back to this. He that hath been once beguiled by some aught other to keep him well from the same.
Yeah, that's
in the translation.
It's the same, but it's not the same.
Yeah, exactly. So, but they go back to 1484. That fable happens to revolve around a wolf who threatens to eat a dog. The dog convinces him that he's too skinny, don't eat me, wait till I get fat enough to get a good meal. When the wolf returns, the dog is now out of reach. He's upset with the dog. The dog says he'll never lay that close to the gate again. So there's not even a bite.
He's not even
It's
bitten
just
once.
the threat of a bite. Centuries later, though, the English novelist Robert Surtees perhaps, referred to the saying in Mr. Sponge's Sporting Tour. Have you heard of that one? It's bedside reading right there. Mr. Sponge's Sporting Tour says, "With he had been bit once, and he was not going to give Mr. Sponge a second chance." So we're getting closer, but that is literally a couple hundred years after the first one. So the exact phrase, once bitten, twice shy, is first cited, this we know for sure, is first cited in English only from the late 19th century from actually a pretty little known writer called G.G. Northall. And that's in his book called Folk Phrases of the Four Counties, published in 1894, which would allude, if it's called folk phrases, it would allude to the fact that it already existed. So it was already in use, but that's 1894, first cited in print.
Sometimes these things, like the general gist of it is out there, and then it just takes some smoothing of the rock. Of
somebody
the rock
says
to
it
start
just
trimming
the
words.
right way, like a
Once bitten, twice shy. It's like 4 words. Like
if the glove don't fit, you must have quit. Like nobody
Exactly.
said it like that before.
But as soon as it's said that way, Johnny Cochran's famous.
Yeah,
Exactly.
there's been a million lawyers who are like, I've said that before. The glove didn't fit.
First ever said by Johnny Cochran. Yeah.
Cited to Johnny Cochran in 19 whatever it was. What would that
Well,
be? 1993.
A lot of those, because there's a ton of truth to it. Once you've done something that's like, I'm not doing it that way ever again.
Yeah, we've all been there.
Like that was a bad idea.
A variety of reasons, or
Never do that again until you do it again.
yeah. Do you have an example? It looks like it's right on the tip of your tongue. One time
No, but it's just like, it's like, I don't know, was something jump to you?
I mean, there's things. It's not a once bitten, twice shy thing. We've talked about jumping out of an airplane before. Nothing went wrong, but once was enough.
Don't need to do it again.
Yeah. So I don't know. Has anything gone wrong? I'm not going to do it that way again.
It's just part of the general learning curve. Like you do stuff. If it doesn't go well, or you watch other people do stuff, it doesn't go well.
I think
you don't do it that way.
Yeah. Or you buy a specific product that fails you. You're like, yeah, I'm not buying that product again. Once bitten, twice shy. It would take some convincing for me to buy that product, that brand name again.
One thing in that vein that drives me crazy is negative reviews and like Google Maps when people drop in like reviews of places
Yeah.
for things. That's like the patron beside me was rude, 1 star.
Really?
Or these types of stuff that's like
Super unfair,
that's,
judgy.
How was they supposed to do anything about that?
Yeah.
Or like the lineups, were so long. This is because
other
it's
words,
a
it's
great place
popular?
to eat.
Yeah, yeah.
So you don't give them a 1 because you had to wait an hour. Like you chose to go eat at a 5-starred place.
Right.
Of course, it's going to be a wait.
I wonder, because I've seen some of the responses and even heard from people who've complained, and then the company reaches out to them and gets a gift card. I wonder how many people write negative reviews just to see if the company will reach out and throw them a little gifty gift, which is so dumb. Like if I was the company, I'd much rather give a gift to somebody who loves us and is promoting us. But the greasy wheel, that's the wrong setting. The squeaky wheel.
So
Greasy wheel gets the squeak.
I love giving 5-star reviews with stuff that is completely made up. And so I'll go into some like long rant about what I did with my day and fold in, and then I came to your store and had a coffee and it really helped, or
5 stars.
whatever, 5 stars. Just these long, because you get 10 more points.
If it's long.
I
I know.
Yeah.
And the points get you
Yeah, that's not good. Well, back in the day,
a higher level.
You used to get 100 gigabytes of extra storage in Google.
Really?
Yeah, if you hit a high enough level, which I did, and got my 100 gigabytes, but only for a year.
They did take it back?
Yeah, they clawed it back.
Wow.
I know. Google, give them back. So anyways.
Wow.
But the stuff where it's like, once bitten, twice shy, you're like looking at a review. It's like you have to skim through reviews, or even if you're buying something on Amazon and you're going through the reviews and it's like, is that a review? It's like difficult putting barbecue together. 1 star. It's like, how is it?
Maybe that's you.
Maybe it's you and you're 1 star. So the whole product review can come down.
Had to go buy a screwdriver first. 1 star.
Exactly. These terrible reviews and
5 stars for the screwdriver.
so helpful. Product exactly as described. It's a screwdriver. So stuff that you're like once bitten, twice shy. It's like so it's in the land of reviews. You have to like read through the review. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not all reviews are created equal. Once bitten, twice shy. Will never come back. McDonald's. It's like whatever. My fries weren't hot. Never coming back.
Well, you know what? If I got a burger at McDonald's and I opened up the box and it was once bitten, I'd be shy about eating the rest of it.
Depending on what bit it, I guess. Yeah.
Is there a bite out of this? Just once.
Just one.
Just one. Don't be shy. Go ahead.
Gross.
Well, we have a game we like to play called Riddle-Link, and this game is a 2-part trivia-based question that requires a 2-part but overlapping answer. And for example, let me give you an example, and then we'll get into today's Riddle-Links. Last week, our idiom was "Don't lose your head." Great episode. You should definitely go check that out. I jotted this down, but you're going to want to look at minute 7 minutes and 34 seconds. It's going to blow your mind.
Is it?
It's going to blow your mind. If you didn't listen already, go listen to it. I promise you didn't know that tidbit of information that Skinny came up with. Anyway, our riddle link that we ended with was flies in the buttermilk, shoe fly shoe, and act like you're out of your mind. Did you figure that one out?
No, I'm trying to think about it. Flies in the buttermilk, shoe fly shoe. So skip to Maloo.
Yep.
Out of your mind. Skip to lose my mind. Lose your mind. Skip to lose my mind.
Do you remember the idiom?
Lose your junk. Lose your
Don't
mind.
lose your
Brain, mind.
the idiom. Don't lose your head.
A head is what I meant.
Skip to my lose your head.
There it is.
We had one successful answer from someone who disappeared. Told me he was playing catch up with the podcast, and that was Dang Alano again.
Nice.
And also heard from. Do you remember Beetlebat?
Of course.
Guest on the show.
Yes.
He fell behind as well. It's been busy with COVID stuff and essential worker out there, and
He's essentially working.
And so he's been catching up and been communicating, letting us know what he likes and thought was stupid.
Yeah, for those who were commuters who
Aren't commuting as
podcast
much.
time, would use your podcast time as part of the commute drive to keep it fresh.
Yeah.
And then
Speaking of fresh,
we just wanted to take a second to plug our sponsor, HelloFresh. If you need delivered to your home 3 or 4 times a week, you need a delicious meal for your family and are looking to have something unique prepared where the ingredients just come right to your door, consider HelloFresh.
I was actually using HelloFresh even before they became a sponsor. And we love it. We love it. We get 3. It's very affordable. I actually think we're saving money. So HelloFresh, dinner solved.
Beautiful.
All right. Do you got a riddle link for us?
Sure, let me get the ball rolling. Just stream video and relax with this South American arachnid.
Just stream video?
Just stream video and relax with this South American arachnid.
Okay, the South American one is Brazilian.
It's southerner than that.
Chilean recluse. Chilean recluse your head. Oh, wait, that's last week's.
Just stream video and relax.
YouTube? Netflix and Chilean? Netflix and Chilean recluse spider?
Yes. It's a struggle, but you pulled it off. Nice.
That's really funny.
Netflix and Chilean recluse spider.
Okay, I got one for you.
All right.
Let's see. Let's give you this one.
All right.
I'll leave the trickier one for our illegitimate children. This Jump Street address might make you twice shy.
21.Bitten.Twice.Shy?
Just 21 spitting.
21.Bitten? Okay.
Yep.
Wow, Jump Street. Woo. There's a little dated situation going on there.
Matches with our great white clip.
Well, let me say how you can reach us with the upcoming answer. I'll do mine, but I'll give this information so you can contact us on Instagram at the.village.idiom, email thevillageidiompodcast@gmail.com, or whether it's Facebook, YouTube, or Twitter at 3 Minutes Gone.
You know, Once Bitten was Jim Carrey's first movie. Did you know that?
No.
Once Bitten, it was a vampire movie.
Jim Carrey was in a vampire movie? I have no idea what you're saying right now. Maybe do you have a clip or something?
Okay.
I don't want to be a vampire. I'm a day person.
That's awesome. That's a great line. Let me give you mine.
Okay, sorry.
Jim Carrey's film.
Get out of here!
It's not.
Oh, man.
It's not.
I was so excited.
Punctured by incisors the first time. Now I'm fearful of Mario's masked enemy.
Punctured by incisors.
By incisors
the first time.
Now the second time I'm fearful of Mario's masked enemy.
Twice masked enemy. Not Wario.
No.
Masked
This is a
enemy.
weird one. Red tracksuit, white face mask.
Oh, yeah, those guys. I don't know what they're called. I don't know. What are they called?
Shy Guy.
Is it?
I
Twice
know.
Shy Guy?
Yeah,
man.
Once.Bitten.Twice.Shy.
I just didn't know their name. I can picture them.
The little red guys with the Michael Myers mask on.
Yeah. Always reminded me of the little red guy, except with a black face with two little eyes from He-Man. You remember that character?
No.
I can't think of what his name is, like Shmoo or Shmoo. I don't know. Can't remember. All right. I got one more. You've already told people how they can get a hold of us. Thank you for listening today. Here's our last riddle-ink. After being hurt the first time, you might be hesitant with Lewis Stevens on Even Stevens.
That sounds good. We had fun putting today's episode together. We hope you enjoyed it. I'm Skinny.
I am Jurassic Mark.
And these are the Village Idioms.
Last 3 minutes gone.